Want to do the lead-in again?
The lead-in?
Uh-huh.
Hi. I'm doing the lead-in already. Get off my back about
I'll follow
it.
your lead.
Yeah. America, we're here again.
That's a good sign.
Did we ever leave?
We're gonna.
We did leave.
Uh-huh.
Now we're back.
This is Premeditated, the podcast investigating society's unwritten laws and the heinous ways they're broken.
True crime, low stakes.
I'm Neil,
I'm Graham.
and this is Premeditated.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
I think I have an inkling. Does it start with a J?
It starts with a J.
Yes.
And ends with a Zigrino. It's Jenny Z.
Hey.
Jenny Zigrino.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hi. With this etiquette of the week, I've been really struggling
Okay.
with the fact that I had a cold last week.
Yes.
So I had to cancel all kinds of events. And
Good etiquette, though.
interestingly, it was it hurt my soul
Yeah.
to say, no, I won't be there to things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there is part of it is so freeing. Knowing that like I can actually like cancel events with impunity.
Because you're sick or just because you
like-
don't want to do it?
Last week, I needed to rest.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to feel any kind of way about saying that. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't have to feel any kind of guilt about
Yeah.
missing a thing or two.
Yeah, that
here
is
and there.
kind of like one positive effect of a global pandemic is people are like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah,
Being
like
sick is
thank
fine.
you for staying. Like so many
Yeah.
people, like I'm in a group chat with Neil, and he was like, "I'm sick, I can't come tonight," and people were like thanking him for being
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
That is true.
Which
yeah.
I feel like they would not have done in 2000.
Oh, that would have been like rally. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's
Well,
like,
I
come on.
mean, yeah.
Get a drink. Let's
You
go.
probably did do that too.
I actually was very, very good about getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Which is rare for me in the best of cases.
You got to give back to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was very nice as like something that I normally find really difficult
Yeah,
to,
that's nice.
to
So
do.
what's up, Jenny? You coughed on anybody lately, or what's going on?
I did cough on someone last week. That was really fun.
What, who? Why?
I
Purpose
coughed,
or accidente?
I coughed on this person probably on purpose. We were doing other things.
oh!
Yeah, and I coughed all over it. I was like,
Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. All right. That sounds
Yep.
hot.
I know you love dirty mirrors. Of course you think that was hot.
dirty mirrors.
You psychopath.
He loves a dry toothpaste splatter.
I wear, I wear masks on planes now. And I
Yeah.
saw someone like look back at me and say a comment to their friend.
Like,
Did you cough on
check
them?
out that
Yeah, like,
hottie. Was it that?
Right? Yeah, they were like, ooh, what do you think's under that mask?
Yeah, I bet it's a
eyebrows
gorgeous
Big
smile.
DSLs. No, but like I was like thinking about it. I'm like, it is so smart to wear one on a plane because
Yeah.
everyone is disgusting and coughing and gross.
And it's a conversation barrier too.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to hear any like, so is this your final destination or
Oh my god,
connection?
exactly. And I drool when I sleep, so it's like even better.
So it's a drool. It's a
It's-
drool bib.
No one knows that my mouth's wide open, drooling on the plane. I'm just in my little bubble. I love it.
That light blue mask just starts to get a little darker blue. Little wet spots start to appear.
She's sleeping soundly.
Yeah, good for her. Good
So
for
it's
her.
a drool mask. It's a fuck off, don't talk to me
Yeah.
barrier, and it also keeps you safe from germs and keeps the people
Exactly.
around you safe
Exactly.
from germs.
If I don't work from touring, I don't make money.
That's true.
So I got to
That's true.
protect my assets.
money.
Yeah, one must. One absolutely must.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jenny, did you bring a case file for us today? We have a.
I do have a case.
Yes, there it is.
I do have a case.
And now, is this an old case or sort of like a new technology era case?
This is
Without
an
giving
old.
too
This is
much-
an old case.
Old
This
case,
could be
okay.
this could be a thousands-year-old case.
Oh,
See, and knowing you, this
Yeah.
makes sense because you do love the past in
It
a way
could-
that
it
I've
could-
you're
never
a
met.
historian.
It could exist in the past. I'm sure it did. It
Yeah.
exists now. I've done it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hot.
And
And
our
we
great-grandparents
may have done
probably
it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Is it the type of thing where if people in the past didn't do it, there wouldn't be people today?
Whoa.
No.
So
No.
it's not sex.
I think no, it's not. Sex is my
Dang.
faux pas. Sex. No one should do it.
Absolutely.
Stop it.
abstinence.
What do we do?
Unless you're trying to have a baby, don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay.
No, I think that I will say I think that this is in the past was much more gendered.
Oh, okay. So now it's not as much.
I don't think it is as much.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so either women are doing it now or men are doing it now.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Should we find out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Find out.
Okay, let's open the case file.
Oh my gosh. You guys, it's been so long. Thank you so much for coming to my dinner party. It's so good to see you, Corey, and so good to see you, Terry.
Terry, it's me. It's me,
Terry's
Terry.
back.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I was so happy you texted us. This is such a great reason to get together. I'm so glad.
Melissa's house again.
Yeah,
just
Melissa.
like the old days.
I love it. We just, we haven't talked in a long time, and there's just, just like so much going on. Like, what's going on with you right now?
Oh, I mean, work same old, same old. I keep, my CPA work. It's thankfully past tax season, so now I'm just kind of coasting until next April. But I mean, other than that, everything's pretty good.
I wish I had a job where I could just coast until the next April that happens.
Well, I work very hard in April.
Yeah.
Terry.
I know,
Yeah.
Corey.
Terry?
Well, I have to send faxes all year round.
Oh my
That
gosh.
sounds hard.
And you
Yeah.
still have to use faxes.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I do government work, so yeah.
and they do use
they
outdated,
use faxes. Yeah.
outdated
I have a question. Do
things.
they still have the little phone receiver on the fax machine, or is
You
it just
better
the number pad?
believe. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always making calls into
How are
my
you-
fax machine.
Wow.
How are you supposed to call the fax man without it?
You have to call me to let me know that you're going to
figured-
send me a fax.
I
Yeah.
figured there's some sort of speakerphone situation.
You're
I'm
so
sorry.
you're so modern.
I'm a
Yeah.
digital boy living in a digital world.
Oh, you know who
Some
I've
of
been
us can't
talking
move quite that
to?
fast.
You know I've been talking to recently.
Who?
Do you know my friend Carrie?
Was
I
she-
don't think you do.
Okay.
Do you know? I don't think you know Carrie either.
I don't think I know.
None-
Carrie.
okay, so
Was
none
she
of you
at
know
the- Was
Carrie.
she at the Beer Olympics you hosted at your
no,
house? Oh,
no,
okay.
I don't
Never
think
mind.
I don't think you know Carrie.
Okay.
But so Carrie actually, so I was talking to Carrie earlier today.
Okay.
And Carrie is currently, this doesn't leave the table, but Carrie is cheating on her boyfriend.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
Carrie, did you hear that news about Carrie?
Yeah.
that
Who's her
cra-
boyfriend? We don't know
some,
Carrie.
some guy named Ralph,
Some
but like,
sap.
I mean, you don't even really need to know Carrie to like understand. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, that
That
someone's just like
is-
openly cheating.
I mean, it's almost crazier that you're telling us that someone's cheating on their boyfriend that we've never even met.
Well, Melissa said she was openly cheating, so is
Yeah.
this-
Well, it's like a secretly cheating. Like she told me, so it's like
so
pretty
everyone
open.
knows but Ralph.
But Ralph.
But Ralph doesn't know, which is
Oh,
like
Ralph.
it's like just be open. You know what I mean? Like, what are we even doing in this society? Like, just
I
Just be
guess I sort of
open.
sympathize with Ralph. Yeah, I
think
mean,
so?
I agree. Like, we should be open. Like,
Yeah.
I support an open relationship, but
yeah,
like,
I'm pro sex. I think you
Yeah.
should be able to
Yeah.
do it.
Corey is super pro sex.
yeah. Oh no, we know.
he
We've
said it. I
we've
didn't
had to
say it.
bail you
Oh.
out of a lot of situations.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was knee deep in some sex stuff, and you
Oh
guys
my
really
gosh,
dragged me out
that
of
that reminds me of my friend Rachel. I don't know if you guys know Rachel either, but like
that.
Rachel.
Was she at the Beer Olympics?
No, just
Okay.
there's
Dang
nothing
it.
to do with the
I
Beer
met so
Olympics.
many people
You
there.
really are obsessed with the Beer Olympics, Corey.
I'm sorry, I had so much sex there. I just meet people.
And scene.
All rise for the Honorable Jenny Zigrino.
Hello. Okay.
Okay.
What a case.
So
Yeah.
what a case.
What a case.
Can I start by saying what I think it is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'd love you both talked about what you think it is.
Okay, so I think that this was like distant gossip. you know?
Okay.
And like the idea that like we came to your house to gossip about people we didn't even know, and it was pretty severe gossip. It was like
Yeah.
relationship or marriage ending gossip.
Like about
Yes.
the biggest gossip you can get.
So there's
Yeah.
both the fact that we didn't know this person and the severity of the gossip.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, Graham, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you summed it up pretty well. Yeah, because you fairly specifically made it clear that we didn't know this person,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that just you
Yes.
know, you have the gossip, you know the person.
So the case is just like more simple, but gossiping about someone that nobody else knows.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Which I feel like people have done before
Yep.
because you have
Yep.
a story that's so juicy,
Did
so
it earlier today,
salacious.
probably.
But, and the reason why I say it's very gendered is because gossip has always been very gendered. Like
Okay.
women used gossip. It's like in the history of like, it was a way for people to know what was going on in the town. You knew like what the news was, and it was a way for women to like kind of communicate and gather and things like that. Like it was
Yeah.
actually used for good.
Social currency. a
Yeah,
little bit.
kind of. But gossip, it is a faux pas. People shouldn't gossip. It's very bad. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
And
quite fun.
and then especially I was thinking, well, gossiping about someone who no one knows is always just weird. Because then you think if they're talking about that person this way, they're gossiping about you.
Yeah. It makes me not want to tell the person anything.
Yes.
Right? I would not have divulged any secrets to Melissa.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to places I don't even know exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Which like, I want to be clear. I'm not pro gossip.
Okay.
And this is like, but like, is there?
But are you anti-gossip?
Who's the victim in this situation? Ralph, obviously.
Ralph is truly the
sure
victim.
the victim.
I think who was the person whose secrets were being told? There's two victims. There's the person whose secrets are being told, and then y'all are the victims too.
Yeah.
Because you are now getting information forced
We
upon you.
now have to take on the burden of knowing this.
Yeah. Of knowing
salacious-
these people you don't know are going through real life changes.
and what if we met that woman?
Exactly.
And now we have to pretend that we don't know she's cheating on her boyfriend or husband or whoever that was. That's tough.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay. But it's fun.
I do love gossip. It's
There's
really great.
like hundreds of movies based off of gossip.
Yeah.
It's all.
Oh my god. I love hearing it. I love telling it. I love gathering new gossip. I love every stage of the party. And I do know that I'm coming from a position of privilege.
Yes.
Because I know that I have never considered that anyone has ever said my name if I wasn't in the room.
Okay.
Like in my mind,
You might want to start considering that.
yeah,
but-
I know that's literally not true. But the idea that anyone would think about me if I'm not there is like sort of crazy to me. So I like
Okay.
cannot be emotionally affected by the idea that gossip is happening.
Yes.
Except to be flattered almost. I'm like,
wow.
listen, there are 4 things in life that I love.
Okay.
I love gifts.
Yeah.
I love attention.
Okay.
I love encouragement, and I love compliments.
Do you have a praise kink?
I'm
Are
not
those
saying I
all
don't.
4 love languages? Is that just all of them?
4 love languages: gifts, attention, praise,
Quality time.
adornment,
Words of affirmation.
Jewels.
jewels, treats.
Little being taken places that I like to go.
Being asked what I think. But like that definitely satisfies the attention one of those.
The gossip part.
The gossip part.
Yeah.
Like being gossiped about.
Okay.
And
You're like all attention is good attention.
it's hard for me to say no to that.
It is like a hard like trust, do not trust thing, because in a way, you telling us the gossip is kind of like trusting us with this valuable information.
Yes.
Like, I think it's just for the sake of argument, gossip is valuable information. It's social
Yes.
currency a little bit. But then we also have to know that in hindsight, whatever we say to you, not to you in the scene, not to you specifically, is also going to be passed along other places.
True.
Yeah.
So it's a real double-edged sword. I feel like there is still a little bit of a thrill of finding out something, which gives me pleasure.
Yeah.
But like whatever about me you're passing on to somebody else, I don't have to know, and I can live in Neil's world where I think that
Yeah.
everybody's saying positive things about me.
Everybody loves.
And so as long as I don't know that it's being passed on, then it's like, okay, like it's a tree falling in the forest. Like it's like, all right, I guess I don't
yeah.
know.
If you don't know, then nobody knows. But
It-
What
it's-
goes
everyone
around comes
knows.
around, though.
But I will say that the gossip would have been better if we knew the person being gossiped about.
True.
So there is something to say about like why even pass on low quality
Okay, well,
gossip?
is it two things then? Is it the faux pas is that you're talking about someone who's not there behind their backs, or is it the faux pas that I am giving you gossip for people you don't even know when you would much more benefit from gossip that is from people you know?
Yes. Let's get the lay of the land in my social circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's actually the faux pas is that we don't know her.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true. I've had conversations with friends where I've talked to them and then I was about to say something like, "Oh no, I know. I've already been briefed on this situation."
Oh, well,
And I'm
that's
like,
Isn't that a letdown though? Like you're like, oh.
it's a little bit because you wanted. I mean, like I wanted to tell you
Yeah.
this thing.
exactly.
I wanted to tell
I
it.
put on my little winged shoes to
Yeah.
fly over here and tell you the news.
Yeah,
you know?
and then I also know exactly what came before the hot gossip.
Yeah.
Was like, this is so like Jenny.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And I want to be like, I know my pattern.
Yeah.
Of course I did that thing.
Yeah.
Duh, but I wanted to tell you.
Oh, so this is like specifically like if you do something embarrassing and you want to tell your friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Every one
love
night
a
stand, I
moment.
have to tell my friends.
Yeah, I think self gossip is like the best because you
Yes.
can just. Feel
Oh my
it.
God,
Can you believe what I did?
Yeah, I love telling.
Can you believe I fucked somebody other than Ralph? Wow.
Isn't that bad of me?
I'm so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I know the feeling of like wanting to share an embarrassing secret about yourself so bad with like everyone that you
Yeah.
can.
We're comedians.
And that's
yeah.
why I started a podcast.
Yeah.
So we can do this and people can hear it.
Like the one that comes to mind is like I spent a long time telling like everyone that I would meet about a time that my sister and I wanted to put our butt prints into some wet cement at my house when the city was repaving like a piece of my house.
Can I just tell you, Jenny? I knew this about Neil within like 2 weeks of knowing him.
I
He told
love
this,
this.
to me and,
and
8
also
other people in our improv class.
how dangerous.
How dangerous.
How dangerous.
How dangerous.
Cement is so bad. It burns you.
Yeah.
It's acid.
And also,
So
I think it hardens pretty fast
It
too.
hardens
if I'm
relatively fast, and that was actually the problem because
Oh, that was the problem.
they like laid down the cement, and then I'm like, okay, I have to keep this wet until nightfall so I can put my butt print in it, you know. And so like I wandered out there after the construction people left and like sprayed it down.
Yeah.
Like they had just done the city had done a very nice thing and like repaved my driveway free of charge. And I'm like spraying it down. And then I look up and the workers are all sitting in the truck across the street. And they're just like looking at me like, we just laid that concrete and this asshole is spraying it down. And I just screamed and dropped the hose and like ran behind my house. But there wasn't a door for me to get into the house on that side. So I just like, after about like 15 minutes, I had calmed down and I just had to very casually walk in front of them back into my house and like shamefully walk away.
Did
But
you
I
have
was
pants
so
on by then?
embarrassed.
Or
What?
did
This
you-
was just me.
Yeah,
This
were
was
your
just me
pants
keeping
off
it
at
wet.
any point?
Yeah, no. This was just me
Okay.
keeping it wet, but it was
His
like
were
me
like,
actively
how old were
destroying
you?
their work.
How old were you?
32.
Oh.
I don't know.
enough to know how cement is laid.
Yeah, no, the bad thing was that I was like actively destroying the
And, like,
city's
for-
work
I
in front of the workers.
And like
You were a
definitively,
child.
definitively
Just, like,
adult.
hearing. But
Like,
you were just gonna have your
I owned the
32-year-old
house,
dick and
like-
balls out. You monster.
No, it wasn't. I didn't know that about the story. I thought they had watched you like actually stick your butt in cement. Which
No.
to me, if I was a worker in a truck, I would be like, all right, that's like kind of funny. But they just saw you just undo their work for no apparent reason.
I was just being sociopathic.
That's so much worse.
So much worse.
I thought because if you had gone through the movie, I'm like, okay, like they would have been like, they're blue collar workers. They'd seen a butt crack before. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
no big deal.
Yeah, that's better, honestly, if they
Yeah.
watch you put your butt.
No, the problem was that I was
like,
just
who is this
destroying
guy?
destroying municipal like good, and just for like
They
apparently
did you a favor. You tried to undo that. favor.
I really wish that you were a child. Because
Me too.
as an adult doing this,
so unhinged.
so bad.
This is why I was like like they saw it happen, but I'm not going to talk to them ever again in my life. So I have to tell everyone I know about
Yes.
the most humiliating thing that's like
Yeah.
I was like genuinely like the blood drained from my face.
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed. But like it makes me want to tell everybody.
Embarrass yourself in front of me.
So gossip about yourself too.
No,
Gossip about yourself is great.
I completely agree. For a long time, for a good couple years, my like favorite self gossip was a story about how I shit my pants. Which
Yeah.
we probably all done.
Everyone's got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Again, like 2 weeks into knowing him.
we became tight friends. We relationship bombed. Or,
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah.
were love
Trauma
bombing.
bond. You
We were
trauma
love
bonded.
bombing as buddies.
Wow.
I love it.
Does that mean it's gonna blow up in our face?
Yeah.
Is this our last podcast together? No, but it was a situation where the gossip came. So like I love telling this story. I was at a beer Olympics. lo and
Yes.
behold.
Okay.
And so I was like running home. It was middle of the day, probably like still daylight. I was like running home, and of course it happens on the run. You fart. It's not.
You were running home because you were exercising, or you were running home
I was
because
just
you had
drunk.
to shit?
No, I was just drunk and wanted to get home, and so I decided to just
Got it.
To go
lift my
full
knees a
speed.
little bit. Yeah, full
Yeah.
speed. So I shit my pants on the way home, and I came home. It was in college, so I had like housemates, and they were throwing a party later. So like I
no.
come home already drunk with poop in my pants.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to make food I was like trying to make dinner, and people who I didn't know were coming over.
Wait, you didn't change your
I did
pants?
change. I did
Okay.
change. But then I came downstairs and continued to gossip about what I just done. And there was like a couple, as I was like a senior in college, and there was a couple like shy freshman girls came into the kitchen and they were like making fun of me for like fucking up the dinner I was making. And I was like, okay, you guys like don't need to like make fun of me. Like this isn't the most embarrassing thing I did this day. I shit my pants, told this whole story. They were like cracking up.
Yeah.
It was great. It was fun. Like 6 months later, I'm like having lunch with people I don't even, or like with like other friends.
Yeah.
And I tell them the story because this is my story of the year, is how I shit my pants. And they like stopped and they're like, wait, that was you? And they had heard about this guy who was like spilling his bean and cheese quesadilla in a kitchen talking about how to shit his pants. And I was that guy.
You thought you were
Listen.
killing it with these ladies.
I really thought I was. No, but it was like so fun that like they like then went home or back to their dorm and told their like other people on their like freshman dorm about this like guy who was shitting his pants.
This
And it
like
comes back around.
disgusting legend of campus.
It was
Wow.
right though, isn't that? But
Wow.
that was like.
But see, there you
that's
go.
frustrating.
You were a victim of your own gossip.
Yeah, but
I was
that
also the
means that-
hero of my own gossip.
And hero.
But they didn't know it was him, so that means that somebody was gossiping about someone they didn't know in that chain. That's math, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point,
Yeah.
The limit does not exist.
The-
A circle has no beginning.
truly, with gossip, the limit does not exist.
So when it comes to this type of gossip, what is the rules? I don't think I have a clear understanding.
I think with this type of gossip, I think that you probably shouldn't be gossiping about people who don't know other people. Like you shouldn't gossip about strangers who don't know, because it is both unfulfilling for the parties enjoying the gossip.
Yeah.
And it is also, you're just a leaky faucet at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think I mostly agree with that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna gossip about people that everybody knows.
I think friendship gossip is, look, it's not ideal, but I think that it does bond friendships.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
especially in group friendships when everyone is like kind of
Yeah.
gossiping
Like
together.
in-
We all know.
I love
we
it.
all know.
Like in the playback of the case file, that dinner was going to be a lot more fun now that we started
if
off.
she was there
with,
though, how fun would that have been?
Oh my God. Uproarious.
And then she would have been like, I'm fucking someone who's not my husband, Ralph.
And then
we
they
have
would
to-
have passed a phone around with a dick pic on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we're eating. You know?
Oh my God, so good.
Everyone's eating.
So
Yeah.
so that I think I agree. Do you agree with the right and wrong of it? Make sure it's someone everyone knows.
Yeah, I think that. I guess that does level the playing field, but I feel like in a way that makes it more personal. I get.
So are we against gossip?
No,
I think we're all pro gossip.
We love
Yeah,
gossip.
yeah,
Okay, we're
Let's-
pro goss.
That we can
it.
get bang the gavels on that.
Gossip.
Yeah. Ding ding
Pro
ding ding.
gossip.
But does it have to be about someone everyone knows?
I think, yeah, I guess that makes it a little more fair because
Makes it a little more fair.
because you know that they
Mm-hmm.
because you're giving gossip knowing full well that like the person you're gossiping about is probably going to hear about it and they have the liberty to gossip about you, so it's kind of like an eye for an eye and everybody's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
And we all just have black eyes.
so So, I have a proposed punishment.
Okay.
So if I gossip to you about someone you don't know,
Yeah.
and it's not very good gossip, if it's really good, obviously do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
If it's
if it's
great,
really
if
good,
it's,
if you're just
if it's
like,
really good,
oh
you
my
just say
God,
yes.
someone went to prison.
Yeah.
A hen
Like,
cannot
oh my
sit
God.
on a golden egg. You got
That's true.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true.
They
Yes.
won the lottery and went to prison, and the treasure is buried on this
Yes.
island. Let's go get it.
Yes.
You know, if it's not very good gossip, I think that it's about someone that not everybody knows. I think that if you gossiped to me about that, you have to forget who I am for a little while, just like a few minutes. You know, I don't know how we enforce it.
Well,
but
yeah. Okay, sorry.
What do you mean?
Run that back for me a little bit.
So like,
Yeah, how do they forget?
I don't know how it would work in terms of like
temporary amnesia?
science.
Okay.
But if we make them forget, like suddenly if they're talking about me, they don't know that, they
Wait,
don't
wait,
even
hold
know
on.
me.
If I'm telling you gossip about someone you don't know,
Okay.
then I forget you.
Yeah, just for like a few minutes.
So I black out while talking to
I mean,
you.
just with respect to me. Maybe this is like, I might have gone a little too sci-fi with it. I'm sorry.
It's pretty
think
sci-fi.
It's pretty
It's
sci-fi.
It's very Men
Yeah.
in Black.
It's very Men in Black. It's very Black Mirror.
Yeah.
You know, somebody else try. Oh my God. No,
I
I'm
was
so
just
embarrassed.
thinking if you do that, you someone at the table has to contact that person and be like, tell them what you told us.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You are
Wow.
so conservative.
I am like,
You are a real
I think
You
they
are
should
Leah.
die.
you are
Okay.
you are flirting with death sentence verdicts here.
The most draconic judge on the board.
No wonder you're wearing that wig.
She is right.
It's the good one.
That's because I feel like if we impose that rule, then no one would ever gossip again.
Just what people you don't know.
Oh, okay. But like, I guess so. I was thinking more of like some sort of like, just like personal embarrassment. Like you have to walk around with your fly undone for a day. Or
You
something.
love the personal embarrassment.
Well,
Yeah.
because you're saying something.
I think you have a
embarrassing about somebody
humiliation
else.
kink.
Wait, what was
Okay.
Do me.
that? Does kind
Praise
of sum us up a
kink,
little.
humiliation kink, power.
Punishment.
Martial law kink.
Oh my
The
God.
National Guard. She's
Fuck
back in
due
town.
process kink. Yes.
I think I'm changing my mind. I think I just like it. I think I just like gossip.
Okay.
Around. Yeah.
You
I
just
think.
you want all gossip is good.
I think not necessarily
Just
good,
a
but I
purge
think
on
like
gossip?
I think like we don't need to do anything at all about it. I think we just like let it happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm changing my mind a little bit
Okay.
because it's insane to forget who I am.
It's truly insane. After someone whose 4 love languages are attention, adoration, gifts,
Jewels.
praise, jewels,
Bright colors.
Yeah, I honestly.
undivided.
attention. Yeah.
kinda-
Unbridled enthusiasm.
I kind of agree with you. I'm not sure if there's a right punishment. I feel
Maybe
like
we
it's-
don't step in. Maybe
I
it's a
feel like-
small government situation.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like
Oh, this is state
it's
level.
almost like sports gambling. It's like we all know it's bad, but like if you do it in the right environment, if you go to the casino or you go to a state that allows
Okay.
it, it's like it's okay. Just just do it.
Okay, that
and
was
be
your
s-
one
and be
sports
safe
thing
about
for
it.
the for the
That was
day.
my one. Mark.
Okay.
Matt, mark it.
All right, I'll lessen my
Yes. Okay.
Text
punishment.
your mother your dick pic.
That's such a good one. I'm sorry. Sorry. Then we have some guests. Did you hear that last one? That was a great one. You fucking break up with me 8 months in, your mom's getting your dick, okay? Your mom is getting your dick, and it's going to be an unflattering, wet, flaccid dick.
It's not even
Just
erect.
sprayed out. Wet.
Your mom's gonna be disappointed.
Oh, she's going to be so mad.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. To the punishment of the person who is dealing with the gossip is that you have to sit out on a gossip session.
That's-
on
there
one
we go.
gossip
There we go.
session, you have to sit out.
Okay. Yeah. Then we don't get gossip hogs.
Yeah,
Duct
exactly.
tape over
Like
your
another-
mouth, duct
yeah.
tape over your ears.
Yeah,
You
no
gotta-
goss hogs.
I love it. I love it. I think this is case closed.
Okay,
That's
case
right.
closed.
Case closed.
Case closed.
All right. Two hits. Bam, bam.
This is Premeditated.